Alright everyone, so here we go. We're going to have a pretty special unboxing today. It's going to be my first Hot Toys figure. I ordered this from Sideshow Collectibles. You can order the your 6 scale figure with an extra sleeve over top of it, like an extra box. However, I did notice that it increases the shipping costs for whatever reason to do so. And I was like, you know, it's almost $300 after taxes for the figure itself. Throw shipping on top, over $300. So, yeah, I was like, honestly, it's probably another box inside this box anyway. And I plan on taking it out and displaying it, so I don't see the figure getting damaged in shipping. I've had very, very few packages, so I didn't get damaged, so I didn't worry about it, and it arrived in very good condition. Now, this is my third 6th scale figure in my collection. However, this is my very first Hot Toys. I'm very, very stoked. So as you can see, it is the Mandalorian Death Watch Mandalorian. So here we go. Go ahead and get this going. Toss that off to the side. Ooh. Now, I have been warned by a buddy of mine, once you get into 6 scale figures or just Hot Toys or Sideshow in general, that once you get into it, it's hard to get out. So, a little bit of warning there. Oh yeah. So part of the reason that I've gotten this specifically is because if you've seen my other video unboxing the Hasbro Deathwatch helmet, I mentioned that I am making a set of Deathwatch wearable armor. And I actually got this partially, mostly I guess, for scale, you know, compared to the helmet and the jetpack and everything, and reference for, you know, the paintwork and everything else, and, you know, detailing. I know that the Hot Toys is 100% to the show. I'm personally not going for, you know, Mandalorian mercs or anything like that at the moment. I might in the future, but we'll see when the time comes. But, you know, hands down, my favorite on-screen Mandalorian armor so far, and figure this would be the best time to start with the Hot Toys. So it's got like the sleeve, this little sleeve on the outside of the box. The box itself is very, very clean looking, which is pretty awesome. I'm gonna slip the cover off. So once you slip the cover off, there's another little slip cover inside. It just comes off. It's kind of neat. You know, it would be pretty good for like a display piece or poster thing. It's very, very cool. Please read instruction sheet first and follow all construction details. Of course, that's very glary. Make sure nothing's stuck to this front piece. So it looks like in total there's 3 sets of hands. So closed fists, trigger fingers, and then what comes on the figure, which appear to be like open palmed. get to that. But here's the jetpack. I'm assuming it has like a magnet in the back or something. Ooh. The rangefinder feels kind of flimsy on it. Tape. So they've taped the plastic around the wrists. Finagle that. Same with the legs. Man, the quality of this though, like holy smokes. Oh, that sucks. Stickiness there. Probably take a little bit of alcohol and wipe that off. The helmet is definitely weathered on this quite a bit, but you can still see the good blue coloring through it, at least on camera, like sitting here right in front of me, probably because it's dark in here. But you can put the rangefinder down. Huh. The armor is velcroed on the shoulders. Really, really nice damage and weathering detail on the chest plate, which is going to be awesome, you know, for building that armor. Because then I can strictly, well, not strictly, but I mean, you know, I'll use images from the show, but I'll use images from the figure as well. Just cutting. The plastic from the hands and wrists off. So it seems like the fingers have a little bit of give, which is kind of neat. Like I said, this is my first Hot Toys figure, so I'm trying to give as much opinions as possible, like things that I'm seeing that's interesting. Because, you know, it's people that have been collecting these for a while. They may not know, like, think to talk about some of the stuff they might. I don't know. I honestly haven't watched many videos on Hot Toys, to be honest. I think the only video I think I've ever watched was on a Spider-Man Hot Toy. The not No Way Home, Far From Home one. And basically all they did was unbox the figure, pose it, and put it in like on one of those spin tables. Which, I mean, like, don't get me wrong, is neat, but it's like, tell me more. Tell me, like, what you're thinking as you're unboxing it. Like, there's weathering on the back of these boots. Like, that's pretty awesome in my opinion. Especially seeing the price of this figure compared to others, like I'm surprised that it's like reasonable. Alright, so it looks like there is magnets on the back of the flak vest. And sure enough, magnets right on. There we go. Clearly no head sculpt underneath the helmet, which is fine. Chest armor's velcros on and off. That's pretty cool, especially for those that, you know, are looking to do any like customization or whatever. I mean, in theory, you could buy this and then repaint all of the armor pieces and then put them back on to your liking. Of course, it's got the fire for the jetpack. pops right in there. Kind of do the pose. Whee! Oh. Excuse me. But yeah, so you can see all like the nice detailing on the belt. The gauntlets are, they move up and down a little bit. Handguard, you know, it's very, very nicely detailed and weathered. Very similar to other Mandalorian armor designs, obviously, but it looks like you can move the bottom of the jetpack a little bit. Kind of aim. I'm going to take those back off. Feel like a big kid. Alright, so the boots, I mean, obviously, you know, it can't be like 100% real leather. You know, the boots are a little bit on the flimsy side, but the design is there. Like, for me, visually, because I'm going to be, like I said, I'm going to be basing my build off of this. Visually, this is fantastic. You know, it gives me ideas of strapping for different armor pieces, Velcro placement, and you know, it actually comes with alternative thigh armor. So that piece comes off if you want to, and you can replace it, which is kind of nice because as I'm going to make this, depending on which armor I like more, and honestly right now I think I like this one more. It, you know, follows the same design as this one. Yeah, but yeah, it's very, very well detailed and painted. I think some weathering, like up here, unless that was just a mishap, I don't know, but they've got little bits of silver in there. So whether it's supposed to look like the damage was supposed to be repainted over, and then a little bit more light damage, I'll kind of put that in there so you can see. But it looks like, you know, they put little scuffs of silver to show scratching in the armor, but then the real thick dents doesn't actually have any silver in them. Which is kind of whatever. I'll have to look at images from the actual show to see. And then we've got the blaster, the West Star, which is nice because again I can use this for reference for painting, which is not much. I mean, it shouldn't take much. Put that right in his holster there. Appears to be a tiny magnet. At least it did. Oh, there it is. It's further back. This might take some finagling. Get that holstered. Pushed down and might require a little bit stronger of a magnet or something. I'm not 100% sure yet. Or it's just not pushed down far enough. There we go. So there we go. Nice. And then we've got the Carbine Blaster here. Right. Trying to think of which hand to put it in. I might have to change the hand. Yeah, I'll mess with that later, but nice gunmetal gray going on here on the barrel, blacks with weathering, and then gunmetal gray on the butt of it, of the blaster. So it's very, very nice to see, again, for reference. Really, really enjoy this design overall. Like, when I saw this in the very first season, it just kind of blew my mind. I was like, I'm typically not a fan of purple and this kind of blue. Ironically, since I really like that shield behind me. But it's not heavy on my mind. It's I usually like browns and blacks and gray. But this was very, very well thought out color-wise for the palette of the show. So it definitely grabbed my attention. Looks like it comes with some extra joints in case like you break something or something. Comes with a pretty cool Star Wars Mandalorian Death Watch plate for him to stand on. So comparing it to the other 6 scale figures that I have, which are my Green Arrow ones that I recently got, this figure is definitely a lot, it's definitely superior. That is easy to say. You know, not that the other ones are bad or anything, is that this one's quality is definitely showing. Oh shoot. Is this, okay, that pops off. Again, as you can see, like I said, this is my first time owning a Hot Toys figure. So I'm assuming, yeah, this turns all the way down, maybe? Not 100% sure. Like it seems like it's got some level of... Nope, I'm just wrong with that. I don't really know what's going on. Probably just gonna have to loosen that. Bring it down to where I want it. Assuming. There we go. So, probably gonna want it about waist height. Standing. Probably a little bit lower. I'll try a little bit lower there. Okay. Cap back on. What did I just do with my screwdriver? There it is. But yeah, like I said before, I'm pretty excited about this figure. When I saw it, I knew I had to have it. So I made sure I could. Saved up a bit. And if you happen to be experienced with 6 scale figures and you notice me doing something kind of off the wall or not ideal, I'm definitely open to the feedback. I want to be able to maintain the figure the best I can. There we go. Really, really nice detail. Like this display piece here is awesome. Like it's got nice indents for the feet to sit in. Mandalorian Death Watch. Excuse me while I completely butcher doing some kind of voice. But yeah. So actually, while I hold that up, I've got the helmet. So it's not far off by any means, you know, like color-wise. pretty impressed. I know the helmet sits, I'm holding it pretty awkwardly. But, you know, if I added some extra weathering to this, which I probably will, I kind of thought about it, to just darken it up a little bit, it would match up to this quite well. So, anyway, that is the Mandalorian Death Watch figure. I'm just going to check to make sure there's nothing else in this box, really. It's just the assembly instructions. But yeah, if you have any specific questions about the figure itself or my other 6 scale figures, let me know. Be sure to keep an eye out for my next video. It'll also be Star Wars related, especially with the Book of Boba coming out on the 29th. I'm super excited for that. Not gonna lie, wasn't really a huge Boba Fett fan. I mean, don't get me wrong, one of my top characters, but not like all the rage that a lot of other people have for him. But I'm definitely excited for the show and seeing the growth of his character, as that in itself is what's drawing me into it more, especially with the tie-in to the Mandalorian show. So yeah, definitely keep an eye out for that next video, which I'm actually going to be recording as soon as I'm done recording this video. So if you've seen this one and you've watched it, by the time you've seen this, my other video is probably posted. So go check out my my channel. Don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe, and be sure to, like I said before, ask questions and make suggestions. All right, thanks everyone for watching, and I'll catch you again soon.